name's Kino Benally. Yat She'e Kino Benally in a Shia. Nanesteja Tachik Ni Nishlin. Nashasha Bashichin. Kintlichitni Dasha Che and Bitachni Dashanale. So there are moments in like my musical career that I've definitely gone towards like more of like an indie type flavor of things, and I'll like create music just with instruments like a bass or a guitar, found sounds and stuff like that. And I think I used to draw before, and I was kind of like into the Nintendo 64, but once I found I could do music, I was like, oh, this is gonna be, that basically turned into like, instead of gaming or doing anything like that, I was like making music. Well, like at the core of it, the question was, what does the Southwest sound like? And so I kind of thought about that and tried to get at what it sounded like growing up over here. And I know like the things that came into my head were the sound of the wind, and then like the feeling of like dirt blowing in your face and stuff like that. So that's kind of where it started to grow from. So it's like has like some ambient influences inside of it. From those kind of ideas, I started to realize that the bigger concept of it was like just my experience on the earth. And so it was definitely like, okay. And then that's where the name came from, Nihima Nahasdza, which is like Earth, Mother Earth, Earth our mother. And so that was kind of neat to like come at it with a question and then answer it and then realize that there's a bigger concept behind that. I was mainly like doing a lot of the recording over in Sweetwater, this place that's going towards Kayenta over in Arizona, where my dad's from. And it's kind of like a little bit in like the middle of like nowhere, kind of like on a dirt road off of the highway for like 15 to 20 minutes you're just driving. So it's pretty isolated, and I recorded a lot of things out there, like when it was raining, or like because I like was chopping some wood too, so I got those sounds like making a fire. And then when it was springtime, there's like a little wash right behind the house, so that's where the water goes. And like there was all these birds and things going on, like having like singing and so during that time I was like taking some Navajo language classes and some Navajo culture classes over at Diné College. And that kind of like fed into, because I was like really interested in the words in Navajo and how they reflect the sounds. So it was kind of neat to like try and use a word, represent it sonically, and then also like kind of get into that mindset of whatever it means for sure. My friend Kevin Aspis did the cover. So he's like a practitioner of traditional Diné weaving. And so as I was formulating the music and it was starting to kind of get a more solid idea, I sent him the music and told him about the concept that I was thinking. And then he wove it using those ideas that I said and listening to the music too. So that was a pretty awesome collaboration, because like I got it and it was finished before the album was finished, so I kind of like would look at it and kind of think, so it was created with the music and the idea, then it helped finish off the music as well. On the back of the record, there's this image of a drum, and that was made by a friend of mine, Camus Logue, and he's a musician and artist, and he performs a part of the band Black Belt Eagle Scout as their drummer, but he makes drums. So he made that drum and like recorded some sounds and sent those to me, and I used that as kind of almost like a color or like something to draw upon, and also like trying to make myself get creative and see how many different ways I could make it like into different things and like layer it up. And that was a pretty key collaboration. And also like my sisters are on the the album as well. And I have like a friend of mine, a couple of friends. Yeah, there's artist Olivia who plays the guitar on the title track, or the first track. And then I have another indigenous collaborator, Renata Yazi, and she's a pianist. That one was pretty fun because I wrote that one just using MIDI, so it was just patterns on the computer, and then transferred the MIDI into musical notation, and then sent that to her, and she kind of like helped edit it, and then she played it and did like 3 different takes. Then I put those takes back into the computer and kind of like manipulated all of them to come together. That one was pretty fun.